Hello and welcome to the 8A Stars 2 Delegation of Procurement Authority training. My name is Herman Lyons and I am the 8A Stars 2 Program Manager. I work in GSA's Small Business UX Division located within GSA's Office of Information Technology category. Completion of the 8A Stars 2 Delegation of Procurement Authority training provides contracting officers direct access to the 8A Stars 2 GWAC. Today's 8A Stars 2 DPA training topics include GWACs and the 8A Stars 2 overview, features and benefits and contract design, ordering procedures for 8A Stars 2, and we'll wrap up the presentation with instructions on how to obtain a delegation of procurement authority before taking a look at responsibilities of the 8A Stars 2 website. First things first. So what is a GWAC? GWAC is an acronym for Government-Wide Acquisition Contract. GWACs are task or delivery order contracts for information technology. GSA's GWACs are specifically for IT services and IT services-based solutions. GWACs are established by one agency for government-wide use and operated by an executive agency designated by OMB and are not subject to the Economy Act. Now that we know what a GWAC is, let's talk about why an agency would use a GWAC. GWACs allow acquisition professionals to acquire complete IT service-based solutions without the need for contractor teaming arrangements or several different contracts. Although GSA's GWACs are for IT services, task orders may include ancillary non-IT components if they are integral and necessary to accomplishing the solution. An example I like to use is of an agency needing a network redesign and overhaul that may require relocating IT equipment from one building to another. This may require digging a tunnel to run cable. Well, digging a tunnel or running cable are not considered IT services. However, they are both integral and necessary to accomplishing the IT solution. We have quality vendors and offer a full range of contract types, including cost reimbursement. UX creates streamlined acquisition processes based on FAR 16.505 that reduce procurement lead time. Examples of streamlining include issuing task orders on a pre-established vehicle, no need to post your requirement on beta.sam.gov, the ability to issue directed task orders at or below $4.5 million to 8A Stars 2 industry partners, and a multi-phased approach. Orders up to $10 million are protected against protest with the exception of the items in parentheses, which are applicable to the Master 8A Stars 2 GWAC. And lastly, the GWAC program takes pride in providing exceptional customer service. Now that we've covered what a GWAC is and why you would consider GWACs, I'd like to introduce you to GSA's GWAC program. The 8A Stars 2 GWAC, the reason we're all here today, is an 8A set-aside managed in the Small Business GWAC Division in Kansas City, Missouri. Alliant 2 is a full and open GWAC and contains large IT firms. Alliant 2 is managed in San Diego by the Enterprise GWAC Division. And last but not least is the VETS 2 GWAC, a service-disabled veteran-owned small business set-aside also managed in Kansas City. It is worth noting that all of GSA's GWACs are determined as best in class by the Office of Management and Budget. GWAC, fully warranted contracting officers who complete GWAC training and obtain a delegation of procurement authority. This training covers bullet number 1. However, contracting officers must request their DPA on GSA's website. A link to the website will be provided later in the presentation. How to access a GWAC? GWACs may be accessed via a direct acquisition in which the requesting agency or contracting officer conducts and administers the task order award, or through an assisted acquisition in which a procuring agency contracting officer conducts the acquisition on behalf of the requesting agency. GSA's Assisted Acquisition Services, commonly referred to as AAS, provides this acquisition support. If you ever find yourself needing acquisition support, then I encourage you to contact GSA's Assisted Acquisition Services. There's a fee for the services AAS provides. However, I think you'll find their fee is very reasonable for the support they provide. Now that we've discussed GWAC basics, let's transition to looking specifically at the 8A Stars 2 GWAC. As mentioned earlier, 8A Stars 2 is a GWAC set aside for certified 8A business concerns. The 8A Stars 2 GWAC was offered and accepted to SBA's 8A program and is authorized under the provisions of SBA's 8A program. Ordering contracting officers may place task orders against the 8A Stars 2 GWAC but only after obtaining a DPA from our office. DPAs last for the life of the 8A Stars 2 GUAC, so you only need to request a DPA one time. Please keep us informed if you change agencies so we can keep our records updated. 8A Stars 2 features and benefits. There are 787 industry partners on the 8A Stars 2 GUAC. 8A Stars 2 was awarded as a 5-year base with one 5-year option. We are currently in year 9 of the option period, and the ordering period will end August 30th, 2021. Performance on those task orders awarded on or before June 30th, 2020 may continue performance through August 30th, 2024. Performance on task orders awarded on or after July 1, 2020 must be complete by June 30, 2022. The program ceiling for all task order awards is $22 billion. And 8A Stars 2 allows for labor hour, time and material, as well as geographic pricing. Cost reimbursement type contracting is not available on the 8A Stars 2 GUAC. Using the 8A Stars 2 GUAC has many benefits, as GSA has competitively awarded this contract with acquisition professionals in mind. Stars 2 allows direct access to solutions-based IT services and access to small businesses and 8A technology providers that help agencies meet socioeconomic goals. Not only does the requested agency receive 8A Small Disadvantaged Business Credit, but they also receive any other socioeconomic designations held by the industry partner receiving a task order award. 8A Stars 2 also allows for shorter procurement lead times. Please remember that GSA has done the heavy lifting by putting this vehicle in place. Acquisition professionals simply place task order awards against the 8A Stars 2 GUAC, which reduces procurement lead time as compared to open market procurements. 8A Stars 2 team is also available to provide assistance as needed. Two of the most frequently utilized services are the Advanced Scope Compatibility Review and Capability Statement Requests. The Advanced Scope Review process is a service that we've been providing since the mid-2000s. Our team provides complimentary scope reviews of your requirement to determine whether it is or is not within the scope of the 8A Stars 3 GUAC. We will provide a response in writing and get that back to you within 5 business days. The service is fast, it's free, and there's no commitment to using the 8A Stars 2 GUAC. We also help agencies with capability statement requests. This service helps identify whether 8A Stars 2 GUAC industry partners are capable of handling your requirement. The 8A Stars 2 team can work with you to survey industry partners and collects responses. The 8A Stars 2 GUAC does not require an offer and acceptance letter from SBA, and directed orders, also referred to as sole source orders, are allowed up to $4.5 million. Now onto the 8A Stars 2 design. 8A Stars 2 is designed around 4 service-oriented NAICS codes, which are aligned with contract functional areas. Task order awards placed against the 8A Stars 2 GUAC must have a primary NAICS code of 541511, 541512, 541513, or 541519. As we developed the business case for 8A Stars 2, we surveyed acquisition professionals to see what they would like in 8A Stars 2. A common suggestion was to add a separate tier of industry partners with credentials such as CMMI and ISO. CMMI and ISO are process and behavioral models that help organizations streamline process improvement and encourage productive and efficient behaviors. Industry partners who are technically proficient with competitive pricing are in Constellation 1. Industry partners possessing CMMI or ISO at the time of award are in Constellation 2. This chart helps display how functional areas, constellations, and NAICS codes all tie together. As stated in the prior slide, each task order must have a functional area and constellation pairing. For example, a requirement with NAICS of 541512 without the need for CMMI or ISO would be in Constellation 1, Functional Area 2. In order to use Constellation 2, vendors and agency must have a valid need documented within their contract document. Next 4 slides provide an overview of the services falling under each functional area. Functional Area 1, custom computer programming services, consists of writing, modifying, testing, and supporting software. Examples are provided. Area 2, computer systems design services, consists of planning and designing computer systems that integrate computer hardware, software, and communication technologies. Examples are provided. Functional Area 3, Computer Facilities Management and Services consists of on-site management and operation of clients' computer systems and or data processing facilities. Examples are provided. And lastly, Functional Area 4, other computer-related services may consist of IT services not identified in Functional Areas 1 through 3 and may include computer disaster recovery or computer software installation services. Contract types. As mentioned earlier, 8A Stars 2 allows for fixed price, time and material, and labor hour contract types. A hybrid of these contract types may also be utilized. Although I mentioned cost type contracting earlier in the presentation, the 8A Stars 2 GWAC does not allow cost type contracting. Now into ordering procedures. A task order award against the 8A Stars 2 GWAC is very similar to placing a task order award against other IDIQ contract vehicles. Step 1 is the training that I am providing. Step 2, develop your acquisition strategy and requirements. Next, if your requirement is greater than $4.5 million, issue the RFP to all industry partners in the selected constellation and functional area to allow them to compete. If your requirement is at $4.5 million or below, it should be issued via directed order and no competition is required. Step 6, evaluate proposals, then issue the task order award. Step 8, the contractor performs. And lastly, step number 9, close out the task order award. Ordering procedures. Please keep in mind that ordering procedures found in FAR 16.5 must be used when issuing task orders against the 8A Stars 2 GWAC. You'll want to be mindful of the distinction between competitive orders and fair opportunity exceptions, as well as the authority to issue task orders valued at or below $4.5 million directly to a single industry partner. Slide number 26 displays exceptions to fair opportunity. Now, you may bypass fair opportunity if one of these exceptions applies to your requirement. Please note that you will need to provide justification when using any of the exceptions to fair opportunity. Typically, exception number 5 applies to directed orders placed against the 8A Stars 2 GWAC. Two things to keep in mind. Agreements, BPAs, and verbal orders are not authorized. Leasing and renting by the government is not allowed. All orders shall result in an IT solutions outcome. Basic tasks and any modifications must stay within the scope. Ensure that FPDS-NG reporting is complete, and remember to send a copy of your award to the GWAC Center. Now on to the GWAC Center responsibilities. Responsibilities help ensure that the 8A Stars 2 GWAC are being used appropriately and that we are providing the support required by ordering contracting officers. We continuously perform contractor oversight to ensure our industry partners are operating within the terms and conditions of their GWAC. We provide pre-award scope reviews to help contracting officers determine if the requirement fits the 8A Stars 2 scope, as well as providing ongoing support and engagement by supporting acquisition professionals on basic contract terms and conditions, as well as ordering procedures. We also report to the Office of Management and Budget on GWAC usage to ensure we maintain our executive agency status. We also monitor competition under fair opportunity and subcontracting by industry partners. We conduct program meetings and reviews with our contractors, as well as perform contract closeouts and develop business cases for new GWACs. And contracting officer responsibilities. The ordering contracting officer, you are responsible and in control of your task order award. Please ensure that you comply with the terms and conditions of the GWAC and the FAR while ensuring order work is within scope of the contract. Ensure all contractors are provided a fair opportunity to be considered prior to award if greater than $4.5 million. Request audit assistance when applicable. Verify funding and comply with appropriation law and financial policy. And if a COTAR is assigned, ensure the extent of their authority and responsibilities are clearly identified. Evaluate contractor performance and enter that performance data into PPERS, CPARS, or any agency past performance system. Enter order data into FPDS-NG. Respond to FOIA requests, protests, disputes, and claims at the task order level. Ensure prompt payment of contractor invoices. And lastly, perform order closeouts in accordance with FAR 4.804-5. Please provide GSA with evidence of the task order closeout. Ordering GSA in the Small Business GWAC Center have several tools and resources. GSA's eBuy is an online tool for RFQ, RFPs, and RFIs. eBuy handles your requirement electronically and ensures transmittal of requirements to GWAC industry partners. We have eBuy screenshots later in the presentation. On our GWAC websites, we have a copy of the master contract, an ordering guide written by contracting officers, as well as the 8A Stars 2 pricing tool that can help you identify contract ceiling rates. Subcontracting. As a small business vehicle, we diligently monitor subcontracting to ensure that all industry partners are in compliance with the limitations on subcontracting by requiring that subcontracting reports be submitted to our office. This helps ensure that our industry partners are doing a meaningful amount of work on each task order. As an ordering contracting officer, you may also require your industry partners to submit subcontracting reports. If you have any questions on subcontracting, please let us know. Requesting your delegation of procurement authority. Now that you have learned about the 8A Stars 2 GWAC, it's time to request your DPA. As a reminder, DPAs may only be issued to warranted contracting officers. Visit www.gsa.gov/GWAC-DPA and complete the online form. You will receive your DPA within 3 business days. Here's a screenshot of the DPA request page. Below the screenshot is a form that must be filled out and submitted. The form will only take about 1 minute to complete. The 8A Stars 2 website, gsa.gov/8astars2, is our best resource. The URL is at the top right-hand corner of this image. I encourage you to bookmark this website for future reference. From the 8A Stars 2 homepage, you may find links to training, frequently asked questions, the master contract, ordering guide, and many other resources. This screenshot of the resources page contains links to the ordering guide and contract. These documents open in PDF, and you may download the content and share it with your acquisition team. Please keep in mind that these documents change over time, so be sure to have downloaded the most recent version as you prepare your requirement. You may also take advantage of the pre-award scope review process by visiting gsa.gov/GWAC scope review. Once on the scope review page, you will be allowed to access the pre-award scope review tool. This tool is hosted at OMB Max and will be required in order for you to use the tool. Your OMB Max credentials are used to validate your credentials, and so that's required to keep everything secure. The next GWAC tool is the 8A Stars 2 pricing tool. This pricing tool allows you to identify ceiling rates of industry partners by constellation and functional area, labor category, government or contractor site, or by geographic locality. You may view labor rates for a single industry partner or all industry partners. Labor rates may be downloaded into Excel for further filtering and or saving to your contract file. The last tool we will look at is GSA's eBuy. After logging into GSA's eBuy as a government buyer, you will have access to select from different segments or categories as defined by eBuy. To access GSA's GWACs, select Technology Contracts. The list of GSA's GWACs will be shown. To access the 8A Stars 2 GWAC, click on 8A Stars 2. And you will be taken to the Constellation and Functional Area pairings. Click on the appropriate constellation and functional area to ensure your requirement is transmitted to those industry partners in the correct constellation and functional area. And recommendations. Review the scope, terms, and pricing data of the 8A Stars 2 GWAC online. Complete the delegation of procurement authority request and take advantage of pre-award scope reviews. Please contact the 8A Stars 2 team with any questions. Listed on the left is the 8A Stars 2 acquisition team, and on the right is the program management team. This concludes the 8A Stars 2 delegation of procurement authority training.